Hey guys, how are we doing? It's Cryptoinsightuk here, bringing you a TA video on XRP. I haven't managed to get one of these out for a little while because I've been busy over the weekend, and I'm just going to keep this short and sweet, just give you some of my thoughts on the market, what I think XRP could potentially do now. Obviously, it's not financial advice, and we're still within the range, so anything within this range is literally just guessing games until we break either support or resistance. I'm just giving you my best thoughts as to what potentially could happen from what I see. So we talked about this wave one in Elliott wave theory, how we could have a leading triangle in wave one. We fall out of that wave to create wave two, and we're still looking for the bottom of wave two. Technically, wave one could come all the way down as long as it doesn't come lower than the start of wave one, which you could even say started here. So you could say that was wave one, wave two to come down to the support level at 55 cent, but it could technically come all the way down, guys, all the way to like 43 cent if that's where we think the wave started, or if we think it started at 47, some people might be taking it from there. It could come all the way down to 47 as long as it doesn't violate the previous low. That's the wave two that could come that low. That's just so we're clear. I personally believe and have been looking for XRP to pull back into this support box. We haven't quite got that pullback yet. We're just sitting above it now at the lowest we've worked down to is around 61 cent on this Qcoin chart. I was looking for anywhere between 59 and 55 cent, but I think it could come anywhere lower than that, all the way to about 54.5, 53 cent. Potentially. Some things that I do think are possible. When we saw the last push up and the initial impulsive wave from when the judge's decision came in about XRP, if you look at where the RSI was, we had just crossed bullish on the RSI, and I'll just maximize that a little bit now. The RSI bounced at around 39. We had the bullish cross. We came down, tested the top of the MA for support, and then we pushed out into the oversold area as we got the huge volume in the green candle. Now we're very close to that 39 again. We're actually at 41, which gives us still about 2 points of space on the RSI, which makes me think there is potential, like at least for us to come down a tiny little bit more. However, contrasting that opinion, if we look at the stock RSI, we are literally in the mud, and we've been down here at nearly zero for quite a long period of time. And I've looked back, and we haven't actually spent this long on the daily time frame, this close to zero, for as long as I can find, like all the way until like June. It was in this area here, July of 21. We spent a little bit of time down here, but there's not really times where we spent a long time near zero like we have right now. So that's definitely screaming out there could be a reversal at some point soon, or at least a push up. Some positive things to take into consideration that I tried to talk about yesterday are the big volume days are the days where we have green candles. They're still outperforming massively. We have seen a little bit of a push up in volume. However, when we're having these big sell-off days, they're quite big sell candles. Like we've actually lost over the space of like 4 days, we lost like 14%, but the volume wasn't that large. That means to me that the sellers are in control, but it's not like there's a big fight happening. This is why I'm looking for an area or a reactionary area like the support level for buyers to come in and push us out that zone. I will touch on one other thing in a second, but I just want to jump into Bitcoin that might actually give us some confidence with that thought. Bitcoin's lowest wick took us down to about $28,600. I think there's some support here. This is where I'd be looking at for a bounce potentially with Bitcoin at 28,400. So we do have a little gap still to close down on Bitcoin. That could be the extra push down that we need for XRP to hit that support level and hopefully see some buy orders and the buyers and the bulls step back into the market. However, just as with XRP, the RSI is so close to like lipping bullish. We do want to see an aggressive cross. That means that the aggressive movers come in. Again, the volume's been low though. There's not really a lot going on. We're kind of waiting for that catalyst, and I've tried to predict what that catalyst could be a few times on social media, as you guys might have seen. So basically my thoughts are, while we're still between the resistance and support, the resistance is sitting up here at around 89 cent to around 95 cent, and the support is sitting down here at 59 cent down to about 55, but I think about 53 really. Where would be a logical area of support? Well, if we see this 50 MA doubling up with the top of the support box around 59.9 cent, that could be brilliant, and I will personally be buying, putting some buy orders in there. However, we could come a little bit lower, or we could reverse from these sort of areas. A lot of people are flagging the same support levels, and when you see a lot of TA or a lot of technical analysts flagging the same area never quite makes it because people try and front run the market, and let's say it's at 59 cents, they might put their buy orders in at 61, which could be this wick on this red day here. However, I would like to see more volume if we are looking at a reversal. One thing to take note of, if we do get some big volume on a support level, that's really bullish. However, it's not confirmed that we've started the wave 3 and Elliott wave theory until we break the high of wave 1. So we could literally correct in this zone almost indefinitely and just chop sideways. We were in this zone below for a year. I'm not saying that to try and make anyone feel a certain way. I'm just saying these are possibilities. However, I do feel when we start, if we get some big volume on a support level, then we could see a big push. And when we see wave 3, it's going to be bigger than that of the impulsive wave 1. So I would be looking all the way up to around 140, if not even higher, towards 169, towards $2 potentially, before we see a correction from wave 3, and could go even higher than that, to be completely honest. Percentage wise, that's very possible. As you guys know, I'm still in my long position on Doge, and I'm feeling pretty bullish about Doge. We've not seen much from the X app in the last week or so, and I would like to see Elon Musk announce it about Doge. The stochastic RSI has just crossed bullish, and we're still fighting to get above the moving averages again. We did lose them last week. However, we look to have set a higher low here, and if this turns into a green day or two, then we have a continuation pattern and we should be continuing to the upside. Eyes on for Bitcoin. Bitcoin leads the markets. Bitcoin's been consolidating and coming down for like 22 days, 23 days now. It feels horrible, yet we've only lost about 8% in price action. I do talk about this more in depth in the newsletter that's being released at 6 p.m. today, UK time or British summer time. So keep your eyes out for that if you want to see some more of my opinions on that. One final piece of bullish news is that the DXY may have started to form. That lower high that I was talking about, the stochastic RSI has crossed bearish, looking to put in some downward momentum here. And the RSI in general is actually lipping downwards as well. We are just sitting on top of the support level at 102 or 101.966 that I've talked about a lot, saying that that has been a key area to watch. So the next few days will be very important when market opens to see what the DXY is doing. However, it does look like we're starting to see a lower high forming, and this is super bullish for crypto. What we are looking for is a catalyst and some volume. When we get that, sentiment and the market is going to change in a flash. So if you are looking to get some trades on, don't miss that by trying to scalp a few extra percent, but just keep in mind that until we get that and until we get confirmation, nothing is promised. So finally, the S&P has corrected a little. There still actually are gaps open there on the daily, so we may see a further correction there. But there was some big positive news that Amazon had better than expected earnings and saw an 8% push on the day on Friday. Like, is this a sign to say that we're going to dodge the recession that the market's been trying to price in? I don't know that either. My eyes are on the DXY, my eyes are on Bitcoin, my eyes are on a catalyst. In 2 weeks, we have the BRICS meetings. Often when things are hyped up, it is a bit of a nothing burger, but I'm looking around for a catalyst because I think it's time for the markets to take off again. They're just my personal opinions, and I definitely could be wrong. I'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Peace up, 8 town down, as Cryptoinsightuk would say.